Part 2. The 13 key elements for a holistic, global, and sustainable life. Representation of diverse cultures in healing and leadership. Healing and leadership are not linear or singular paths. They are intricate journeys shaped by the wisdom of many cultures. Across history, civilizations have developed their own approaches to healing, self-actualization, and leadership, each offering unique perspectives on growth, resilience, and transformation. Some traditions emphasize deep individual introspection, while others focus on communal healing, and many incorporate both. By understanding and integrating these diverse perspectives, we enrich our own journeys and cultivate leadership that is wise, inclusive, and deeply connected to the human experience. True transformational leadership is not just about mastering oneself. It is about embracing the knowledge, traditions, and lived experiences of those who came before us across different times and places. One of the most profound cultural perspectives on healing and leadership comes from Native American spirituality, which teaches that the earth itself is a healer. Many indigenous traditions emphasize that personal well-being is directly tied to the land, viewing nature not as a separate entity, but as an extension of the self. In these traditions, healing is not just about treating symptoms or emotions. It is about realigning oneself with the natural rhythms of the world. The earth provides grounding, renewal, and a spiritual connection that is essential for transformation. Practices such as walking barefoot on the land, grounding, participating in sweat lodges, and embarking on vision quests are deeply symbolic methods of self-discovery, purification, and rebirth. From a native perspective, leadership is not about domination or control, but about humility and service. A true leader is one who respects the wisdom of nature, listens deeply to their community, and considers the well-being of future generations in every decision they make. Leadership is seen as a sacred responsibility, not a personal achievement, and it is based on the understanding that all life is interconnected. The principle of reciprocity, giving back to the earth and to others, is at the heart of leadership and healing. This wisdom teaches us that healing is not just an internal process, but a relationship between ourselves, the land, and those around us. Similarly, African Ubuntu philosophy offers a profound lesson in collective healing and leadership. Ubuntu is built on the belief that I am because we are. Unlike Western perspectives that often emphasize individual success and self-sufficiency, Ubuntu recognizes that a person's well-being is inseparable from the well-being of others. Healing, in this context, is not a private journey. It is a shared experience, a collective act of resilience and support. It is the idea that we do not heal alone. We heal within the embrace of our communities. Ubuntu philosophy redefines leadership in a way that contrasts with traditional hierarchical structures. Instead of viewing leadership as power over others, Ubuntu views leadership as a responsibility to uplift, guide, and serve the collective. A leader's success is not measured by individual accomplishments, but by the impact they have on others, the harmony they create, the lives they touch, and the empowerment they bring to their communities. Ubuntu reminds us that true leadership does not separate, divide, or seek personal gain. Instead, it unites, uplifts, and fosters a spirit of shared humanity. This perspective challenges many modern leadership ideals that prioritize competition, personal ambition, and self-reliance. In an Ubuntu-centered approach, about connection, mutual respect, and the acknowledgement. This perspective challenges many modern leadership ideals that prioritize competition, personal ambition, and self-reliance. In an Ubuntu-centered approach, leadership is about connection, mutual respect, and the acknowledgement that our destinies are intertwined. It teaches that one person's healing contributes to the healing of the whole, and that by lifting others, we ultimately lift ourselves. When we integrate these cultural perspectives into our modern understanding of healing and leadership, we expand our definition of transformation. Healing is not just about personal breakthroughs. It is about recognizing our place in the larger interconnected web of life. Leadership is not just about guiding others toward success. It is about coexisting in a way that honors, nurtures, and empowers all beings. By embracing the wisdom of Native American spirituality, we learn that healing is a sacred exchange between humans and nature, requiring humility and balance. Through Ubuntu, we see that true leadership is not about personal power, but about shared growth, service, and collective empowerment. These philosophies remind us that our healing is not just for ourselves, it is for the world. As we move forward in our own journeys of self-actualization and leadership, integrating these diverse cultural perspectives allows us to become more conscious, compassionate, and holistic leaders. By honoring the ancient traditions of humanity, we gain not only wisdom, but also a deeper sense of connection, purpose, and responsibility. True healing and leadership are not meant to be walked alone. They are meant to be shared, nurtured, and passed down through generations, ensuring that our growth contributes to something far greater than ourselves. Universal challenges and shared humanity. No matter where we come from, what culture we belong to, or what experiences have shaped us, one truth remains universal. All human beings experience pain, struggle, and moments of doubt. These emotions and challenges are not exclusive to one group of people, one country, or one background. They are part of the human condition, forming the invisible thread that connects us all. While our individual experiences may be different, the emotions they evoke, fear, grief, hope, and resilience, are deeply shared across humanity. At times, we may feel isolated in our struggles, believing that no one else could possibly understand the weight we carry. But when we look beyond surface differences, we realize that pain is a universal language, one that transcends nationality, race, status, and belief. It is through these challenges that we develop strength, wisdom, and transformation. The journey of healing is not just personal, it is collective. When we acknowledge our own struggles and actively work toward healing, we create space for others to do the same. One of the most pressing universal struggles is trauma, particularly PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Whether caused by personal experiences such as abuse, loss, or war, or by societal struggles such as systemic oppression, displacement, or violence, trauma leaves a lasting imprint on the mind and body. PTSD is not confined to soldiers returning from battlefields. It affects survivors of all kinds, from those who have endured personal betrayals to those who have faced cultural and historical injustices. The impact of trauma is real, and it often dictates how we view ourselves and the world. However, when we recognize that trauma is a shared experience rather than an isolated burden, it becomes less of a personal curse and more of a collective opportunity for healing. Inequality is another struggle that touches lives across the globe. While the forms of inequality may differ, economic disparities, gender discrimination, racial injustice, or social exclusion, the underlying pain is the same: the feeling of being unseen, unheard, or unvalued. Inequality breeds cycles of suffering that extend beyond individuals and into communities, shaping generations. Yet, history has shown that when individuals rise against oppression, when they demand justice, advocate for inclusion, and fight for fairness, transformation is possible. Every movement for change has been fueled by the recognition that suffering is not meant to be endured in silence, but confronted with collective strength. Similarly, mental health challenges are woven into the human experience. Anxiety, depression, and self-doubt are not weaknesses. They are signals, calling us to address deeper wounds. In many cultures, mental health remains a taboo subject, leading individuals to suffer in silence. But when we openly discuss these struggles, we normalize healing. We remove the shame that often accompanies emotional wounds and replace it with compassion, understanding, and support. By sharing our healing journeys, we empower others to do the same. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of courage. Every time we speak our truth, whether through words, art, leadership, or simple human connection, we create space for others to recognize their own resilience. Healing is not just about fixing what is broken. It is about reclaiming our wholeness. It is about taking our pain and using it as a stepping stone towards self actualization, empowerment, and the elevation of collective consciousness. When we see our struggles as part of a larger, universal narrative, we shift our perspective. We stop viewing pain as something that isolates us and instead recognize it as something that connects us. This realization is what allows humanity to evolve, not through avoidance of suffering, but through the willingness to transform it into wisdom, strength, and compassion. Universal challenges and shared humanity. Across cultures, borders, and generations, one undeniable truth unites all human beings. We all experience pain, struggle, and moments of doubt. No matter our backgrounds or circumstances, we all encounter challenges that test our strength, shake our confidence, and push us toward transformation. While the details of our individual stories may differ, the emotions that arise from hardship, fear, grief, hope, and resilience are universally understood. It is through these experiences that we begin to see the common thread that connects us all, our shared humanity. At times, adversity can feel isolating. It is easy to believe that our struggles are uniquely ours, that no one else could possibly understand the weight we carry. Yet, when we step back and look beyond surface differences, we see that pain is a language that transcends nationality, status, and belief systems. It is a language spoken in silence, in tears, in unspoken fears, and in the longing for healing. Recognizing this universal truth allows us to shift our perspective. We are not alone in our struggles, and healing is not a solitary journey, but a shared path that connects us all. One of the most significant and widespread challenges faced by individuals across the world is trauma, particularly post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Trauma does not discriminate. It affects people from all walks of life, whether they have experienced personal hardship, loss, violence, or systemic oppression. While PTSD is often associated with soldiers returning from war, its reach is much broader. It affects survivors of abuse, victims of discrimination, refugees displaced by conflict, and even those who have suffered the silent wounds of emotional neglect. Trauma leaves deep imprints on the body, mind, and spirit, shaping how we view ourselves and interact with the world. But when we begin to understand trauma as a collective human experience rather than an isolated affliction, we start to see that our pain can serve a greater purpose, healing and transformation, both for ourselves and for others. Another universal struggle that deeply impacts individuals and societies alike is inequality. Though it manifests in different ways through economic disparities, gender discrimination, racial injustice, or social exclusion, the core experience remains the same: the feeling of being unseen, unheard, and unvalued. Inequality is not just a political issue. It is an emotional wound that can leave people feeling powerless and disconnected. Yet, history has shown that when individuals rise above these barriers, when they refuse to accept injustice and instead fight for fairness, inclusion, and respect, true transformation occurs. Every movement for social change has been fueled by the recognition that suffering should not be endured in silence, but confronted with collective strength, courage, and a commitment to justice. Similarly, mental health challenges are woven into the human experience, yet they often remain one of the least acknowledged struggles in society. Anxiety, depression, and self-doubt do not discriminate. They affect people across all cultures, social classes, and belief systems. For too long, many have been taught to suppress their emotions, to be strong by hiding their pain, and to believe that seeking help is a sign of weakness. However, the truth is quite the opposite. Acknowledging our emotional struggles is one of the greatest acts of courage and self-awareness. In many cultures, mental health remains a taboo subject, leading countless individuals to suffer in silence. But when we bring these struggles into the light, when we discuss them openly, without shame or stigma, we normalize healing. We create a world where emotional wounds are treated with the same care as physical ones, where people feel safe to seek support, and where vulnerability is honored as a powerful step toward wholeness. The act of sharing our healing journeys is one of the most profound ways to empower others. Healing is not just an individual process, it is a ripple effect. When one person finds the courage to share their truth, it creates space for others to do the same. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a radical act of strength. Whether through storytelling, art, leadership, or simple human connection, every time we open up about our struggles and triumphs, we remind others that they, too, can heal. Our pain, once seen as an obstacle, can become the very bridge that connects us to others. Healing is not about fixing what is broken. It is about reclaiming our wholeness. It is about seeing our past not as a source of shame, but as a wellspring of wisdom. When we recognize that our struggles are not meant to define us, but to refine us, we take ownership of our healing journey. We begin to see pain not as an enemy, but as a teacher, guiding us toward growth, self-actualization, and deeper compassion. When we shift our perspective and understand that our personal struggles are part of a larger, universal narrative, we free ourselves from isolation. We stop seeing suffering as something that separates us and instead recognize it as something that unites us. This realization is what allows humanity to evolve, not by avoiding pain, but by transforming it into strength, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to collective healing. In embracing this truth, we move closer to a world where no one suffers in silence, where healing is not a privilege but a right, and where we walk together toward a future of greater understanding, connection, and shared resilience. Holistic health dimensions, achieving true balance in life. A truly fulfilling and well-balanced life is built upon 5 essential dimensions of health: emotional, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. When these aspects are in alignment, we experience a state of harmony that enhances both our personal well-being and our ability to lead, connect, and thrive. However, when any one of these dimensions is neglected, imbalance occurs, often manifesting as stress, fatigue, emotional distress, or a lack of fulfillment. A holistic approach to health recognizes that well-being is not just about the absence of disease or struggle. It is about cultivating inner and outer harmony in all aspects of our existence. One of the most fundamental pillars of holistic health is emotional well-being. Our emotions shape our perceptions, decisions, and relationships, playing a crucial role in our overall quality of life. Emotional healing allows us to break free from past trauma, process unresolved pain, and develop resilience. When we suppress or ignore our emotions, they often manifest in unhealthy ways through stress, anxiety, or even physical ailments. Learning to navigate emotions with awareness, acceptance, and self-compassion is a key component of holistic health. Emotional healing is not about avoiding negative emotions. It is about understanding, embracing, and processing them in a healthy way. Practices such as journaling, therapy, meditation, and breath work help create space for emotional clarity and self-awareness. Additionally, engaging in mindfulness practices encourages us to observe our emotions without judgment, allowing us to experience them fully while preventing them from controlling our thoughts and behaviors. Emotional balance enables us to develop healthy relationships, self-confidence, and inner peace, all of which contribute to a well-rounded and fulfilling life. Equally important is physical health, which serves as the foundation for vitality, longevity, and overall well-being. Our bodies are the vessels through which we experience life, and maintaining physical health ensures that we have the strength and energy to pursue our goals, passions, and purpose. A holistic approach to physical health goes beyond basic fitness. It incorporates nutrition, movement, rest, and mindful body awareness. Exercise is not just about aesthetics. It is about strengthening the body, improving circulation, boosting energy, and enhancing mental clarity. Engaging in physical activities that align with our interests, whether it be yoga, weight training, martial arts, or even simple walks in nature, keeps the body in balance. Equally important is proper nutrition, as the foods we consume directly impact our energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. A diet rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods supports brain health, immunity, and emotional stability, reinforcing the connection between physical and emotional well-being. Additionally, rest and recovery are often overlooked yet critical aspects of holistic physical health. Quality sleep, relaxation, and intentional recovery practices help regulate stress hormones, repair cellular damage, and optimize overall function. By prioritizing adequate rest, hydration, and mindful movement, we create an environment where the body can heal, regenerate, and sustain long-term vitality. Beyond the physical and emotional aspects, mental health plays a vital role in shaping our reality. Mental well-being is rooted in clarity of thought, stress management, and cognitive resilience. The mind is a powerful tool that influences our perceptions, emotions, and actions. When mental health is neglected, it can lead to feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, and a distorted sense of self. Conversely, nurturing mental well-being allows us to develop a growth mindset, creativity, focus, and emotional intelligence. Mental health practices include engaging in continuous learning, practicing self-reflection, managing stress effectively, and challenging limiting beliefs. Reading, engaging in intellectual discussions, problem-solving, and learning new skills keep the mind sharp and adaptable. Additionally, meditation and mindfulness practices allow us to quiet mental chatter, improve concentration, and cultivate inner peace. A strong mental foundation supports emotional resilience, decision-making, and overall life satisfaction. The fourth dimension of holistic health is social well-being, which emphasizes the importance. However, social health is not just about having many relationships. It is about cultivating meaningful, authentic, and nourishing connections. It involves setting healthy boundaries, practicing effective communication, and surrounding oneself with people who inspire growth and positivity. Social well-being also includes the ability to contribute to a community, whether through mentorship, acts of service, or leadership roles. When we invest in healthy relationships and meaningful social interactions, we enhance both our individual well-being and the collective healing of those around us. Finally, spiritual well-being is the dimension that ties all aspects of holistic health together. Spirituality is not necessarily about religion. It is about connection to a higher purpose, self-awareness, and alignment with one's values and beliefs. It is the deep sense of meaning that fuels our motivation, resilience, and fulfillment. Spiritual health can be nurtured through meditation, prayer, time in nature, artistic expression, or any practice that fosters inner peace and self-discovery. It encourages us to see beyond temporary struggles, embrace the bigger picture, and cultivate gratitude, compassion, and purpose. A strong spiritual foundation allows us to navigate life with clarity, inner strength, and trust in the unfolding journey. When we integrate these 5 dimensions, emotional, physical, mental, social, and spiritual, we achieve a truly holistic approach to health. Each element is interconnected, reinforcing the idea that true well-being is not just about fixing one part of ourselves, but about creating balance in all areas. When we prioritize inner and outer alignment, we cultivate a life that is not only healthy, but deeply fulfilling, purposeful, and transformative. Leadership energy, the power of influence. Leadership is not merely a position or a title. It is a force, an energy that radiates through presence, wisdom, and authenticity. The most impactful leaders throughout history have not led through force, fear, or control, but through an undeniable inner power that inspires, uplifts, and transforms. This energy is not just about charisma or authority. It is about alignment, emotional intelligence, and the ability to ignite change in others simply by being in full ownership of one's truth. True leadership is not about command. It is about influence. But what exactly is leadership energy? How does it shape the way we lead, interact, and empower others? And most importantly, how can we cultivate this energy to create a meaningful and lasting impact? The essence of leadership energy. At its core, leadership energy is the unseen force that determines how a leader is perceived, received, and remembered. It is the magnetic quality that draws people toward a leader, not because they demand attention, but because they naturally command it. Leadership energy is the invisible yet deeply felt presence of certainty, wisdom, and authenticity that makes others feel safe, inspired, and motivated. Think of some of the world's greatest leaders, figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mother Teresa. What made them so influential? It was not their position of power, but their inner presence, the energy they carried, the conviction in their message, and the alignment between their words and actions. They led not through force, but through an undeniable presence that evoked trust, admiration, and action. Leadership energy is not loud. It does not demand, it attracts. It is the quality that allows leaders to inspire change without needing to impose authority. It is a force that transforms, guiding others not just through words, but through embodiment and example. The foundations of leadership energy. Leadership energy is built upon three fundamental pillars. 1. Presence, the art of commanding without controlling. Presence is the foundation of leadership energy. It is the ability to fully occupy a space, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. A leader's presence determines how others perceive them, how they respond to challenges, and how effectively they inspire action. A leader with a strong presence does not need to shout to be heard. They are listened to because their energy demands attention. Presence is about being fully engaged in the moment, embodying confidence, and creating an atmosphere where others feel acknowledged and valued. Practical ways to cultivate leadership presence include mindfulness and deep listening, being fully present in conversations, listening with full attention rather than preparing to respond. Body language and nonverbal communication, carrying oneself with confidence, maintaining open postures, and making intentional eye contact. Authenticity and alignment, speaking and acting in ways that align with one's true beliefs, rather than trying to impress or please others. 2. Wisdom, the depth that separates true leaders from superficial ones. Wisdom is more than intelligence. It is the ability to apply knowledge with discernment. Leadership wisdom is built through 2. Wisdom, the depth that separates true leaders from superficial ones. Wisdom is more than intelligence. It is the ability to apply knowledge with discernment, patience, and insight. Leaders with true wisdom do not react impulsively. They respond with clarity and foresight. Leadership wisdom is built through self-awareness and reflection. A leader must first understand themselves before guiding others. Learning from experience. Mistakes and challenges become stepping stones for deeper insight and understanding. Seeing the bigger picture. Wise leaders do not get lost in momentary struggles. They operate from a long-term vision. A leader who embodies wisdom earns the respect of others not because they know everything, but because they have the humility to learn, grow, and lead with integrity. 3. Authenticity, the heart of true influence. Authenticity is the single most magnetic quality of leadership energy. It is the ability to lead without pretense, masks, or manipulation. People can sense realness, and the most powerful leaders are those who lead from their truth. Authenticity in leadership means being transparent about challenges and failures rather than pretending to be perfect. Making decisions based on values rather than popularity. Embracing vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness. When a leader is genuinely themselves, they inspire others to step into their own power, confidence, and authenticity. How leadership energy creates influence. Influence is not about persuasion or coercion. It is about inspiring others to take action through presence, wisdom, and authenticity. A leader's energy has the power to shift mindsets, ignite motivation, and change lives. Some key ways leadership energy creates influence include 1. Shaping the emotional atmosphere. A leader's energy sets the tone for an environment. Leaders who operate from calm confidence and clarity create workplaces and communities that feel stable, supportive, and inspiring. 2, empowering others to lead. True leadership does not create followers, it creates more leaders. Leadership energy is about helping others recognize their own potential, talents, and strengths. 3, commanding respect, not demanded. The strongest leaders do not seek validation or approval. Instead, they embody the values, discipline, and integrity that naturally earn the trust and admiration of those around them. Cultivating leadership energy. Practical steps. Leadership energy is not something a person is born with. It is cultivated through consistent practice and intentional self-development. Some ways to strengthen leadership energy include: 1. Mastering emotional intelligence. Develop self-awareness. Understand personal triggers, strengths, and areas of growth. Practice emotional regulation. Respond to challenges with composure and clarity rather than reactivity. Cultivate empathy, the ability to deeply understand and connect with others. 2. Developing a strong inner core. Engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation to increase clarity and focus. Build resilience by reframing challenges as opportunities for growth. Strengthen discipline and consistency. Leaders who are grounded in strong habits create lasting impact. 3. Elevating communication skills. Speak with intention, clarity, and presence. Every word should carry purpose and impact. Develop deep listening skills. True leaders listen not just to reply, but to understand. Cultivate the ability to inspire. The best leaders articulate a vision that ignites passion and motivation. The legacy of leadership energy. Ultimately, leadership is not about what one accomplishes in their lifetime, but about the impact they leave behind. Leadership energy does not fade when a leader is gone. It lives on through the lives they have touched, the movements they have created, and the ripple effects of their influence. A true leader does not seek control, dominance, or recognition. They seek to empower, uplift, and transform. They understand that leadership is not about holding power, but about distributing it. When we cultivate leadership energy, when we embody presence, wisdom, and authenticity, we create a legacy of transformation. We become leaders who do not just change the world, but who inspire others to do the same. Final reflection: the call to leadership energy. The question is not whether we have leadership energy, it is whether we choose to activate and cultivate it. True leadership is a choice. Will you step into your power? Will you lead with presence, wisdom, and authenticity? Will you use your energy to inspire, influence, and create lasting change? The world does not need more titles, authority, or control. It needs more leaders who embody the power of influence through their energy, integrity, and example. The choice is yours. Nature as a source of healing. Throughout history, humans have turned to nature for solace, renewal, and healing. Before modern medicine, before therapy, before structured self-care, the earth itself was the ultimate source of restoration. Nature has always been a sanctuary, one that offers grounding, balance, and the energy needed to realign our bodies, minds, and spirits. In today's world, where life is fast-paced, where stress and anxiety are constant, and where disconnection from the self is common, nature provides the ultimate return to harmony. Whether we realize it or not, we are deeply connected to the rhythms of the earth. The seasons change, the tides flow, the moon waxes and wanes, and the cycles of nature mirror the cycles within us. When we attune ourselves to these natural processes, we rediscover clarity, emotional stability, and deep inner peace. The earth's energy, a source of renewal. Ancient traditions across cultures have long understood the healing power of the earth. Indigenous wisdom teaches that the land is not simply a physical space. It is alive, breathing, and filled with energy. Every mountain, river, tree, and grain of sand holds wisdom. This understanding reminds us that healing is not just about the mind. It is about reconnecting with the energy of the natural world. Grounding, reconnecting with the earth's energy. One of the most powerful ways to restore balance is grounding, the practice of physically and energetically reconnecting with the earth. Grounding techniques include Walking barefoot on the earth, also known as earthing, which allows our body to absorb the earth's natural energy. Spending time in forests, mountains, or near bodies of water, soaking in the tranquility and healing vibrations of nature. Using visualization exercises where we imagine roots extending from our body deep into the earth, stabilizing and strengthening us. Scientific studies support these practices, showing that grounding reduces stress, lowers inflammation, and promotes emotional stability. This is because the Earth's natural electrical charge helps neutralize excess energy in our bodies, restoring balance and calm. Observing natural cycles, a reminder of patience and healing. Nature teaches us that healing is a process. Just as seasons transition slowly, just as flowers bloom in their own time, true healing cannot be rushed. The natural world is filled with lessons about patience, transformation, and self-acceptance. The changing seasons reflect the cycles of personal growth. Winter teaches stillness, spring reminds us of renewal, summer brings vitality, and autumn encourages release. The tides remind us that emotions come and go, ebb and flow, just like the ocean. The night sky teaches us that even in darkness, there is always light. By observing and aligning ourselves with nature's rhythms, we learn to trust the process of healing, embracing both stillness and movement as essential aspects of transformation. Spiritual practices across the globe. Across different cultures and traditions, spirituality has always been a guiding force for self-awareness, inner peace, and healing. While spiritual paths vary, they share a common thread: the search for truth, connection, and self-realization. By exploring different spiritual philosophies, we gain tools for deeper understanding, emotional resilience, and holistic leadership. Christianity, the power of gratitude and unconditional love. Christian teachings emphasize the transformative power of gratitude and love. These principles are not just religious ideals, they are powerful tools for healing and leadership. Gratitude shifts perspective. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we rewire our brains for positivity, contentment, and resilience. Unconditional love fosters compassion. Leaders who operate from love rather than fear create environments of trust, harmony, and empowerment. Faith in divine timing teaches patience and surrender, reminding us that everything unfolds in alignment with a greater plan. By integrating gratitude, love, and trust into our personal and professional lives, we develop a leadership style that uplifts and inspires. Islam, surrender and trust in the greater flow of life. Surrendering does not mean passivity. Islam, surrender and trust in the greater flow of life. One of the central teachings of Islam is surrender, trusting in the divine flow of life. This principle, known as tawakkul, is a reminder that true peace comes not from control, but from letting go. Surrendering does not mean passivity. Instead, it means taking action while trusting that the outcome is in divine hands. Prayer and mindfulness create inner stillness. The Islamic practice of daily prayer, salat, is a form of structured meditation, keeping individuals grounded and spiritually connected. Resilience through faith. When challenges arise, trust in a higher plan helps navigate adversity with strength and grace. By embracing surrender, faith, and resilience, we release fear and find peace in uncertainty. This wisdom applies to both personal healing and leadership, where flexibility and trust are essential. Lessons from failure and resilience. Failure is often seen as the opposite of success, but in reality, it is the foundation of transformation. Every setback holds valuable lessons, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more capable versions of ourselves. The most successful leaders are those who have learned to rise, again and again, after every fall. Reframing failure, the key to growth. One of the biggest challenges in leadership and healing is learning to reframe failure as a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. Failure is feedback, not finality. Every mistake provides data, insights into what works, what doesn't, and how to improve. The fear of failure is often worse than failure itself. Many people hold themselves back because of fear, but true leaders embrace failure as part of the journey. Failure builds character. Overcoming challenges strengthens resilience, adaptability, and self-confidence. History is filled with stories of leaders who failed before they succeeded, from Thomas Edison's countless failed inventions to Oprah Winfrey being fired early in her career. What separated them from others was not their lack of failure, but their refusal to give up. The resilience formula: how to rise after every fall. 1. Acceptance. Embrace the experience instead of resisting it. The first step in resilience is acceptance. Instead of dwelling on failure or wishing things were different, resilient individuals acknowledge reality and use it as a foundation for growth. Ask, what can I learn from this? Rather than, why did this happen to me? Understand that failure is temporary. Every setback is a single chapter, not the entire story. 2. Adaptability. Learn, adjust, and move forward. Resilient leaders analyze setbacks, extract wisdom, and adjust their approach. Adopt a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities for learning rather than threats. Remain flexible. Leadership is about adapting to ever-changing circumstances rather than rigidly sticking to one path. 3. Inner strength. Cultivate mental and emotional toughness. Resilience is not just about external success. It is about inner stability and self-trust. Practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend, encouraging, understanding, and supportive. Build a support system. Surround yourself with mentors, friends, and communities that uplift you. 4. Persistence. Keep moving forward no matter what. The strongest leaders are those who refuse to quit. Resilience is built through repetition. Every time you rise after a setback, you strengthen your ability to handle future challenges. Hold onto your vision. Even in the face of failure, stay connected to your bigger purpose. Creativity and art as tools for healing. Throughout history, art and creativity have served as profound vehicles for healing, self-expression, and transformation. Whether through painting, writing, music, movement, or storytelling, creativity allows individuals to process and release emotions in ways that spoken words often cannot. It has been used by cultures, leaders, and healers as a means of self-discovery, emotional release, and problem-solving. In today's world, where stress, trauma, and uncertainty are common, embracing creativity is not just a luxury. It is an essential tool for mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Creativity is more than just an artistic practice. It is a pathway to self-awareness and resilience. When we engage in creative expression, we activate deeper parts of our brain, unlocking insights that may not be accessible through logical thinking alone. Art bridges the gap between the conscious and subconscious mind, allowing hidden emotions, unresolved traumas, and inner wisdom to surface. It serves as a safe space where healing happens organically, without judgment, expectation, or external pressure. The power of creativity in emotional healing. At its core, creativity is a language of the soul. Many people struggle to verbalize their emotions, especially when dealing with grief, trauma, or personal struggles. This is where creativity offers a powerful alternative mode of expression. Through art, music, dance, and storytelling, individuals can externalize their emotions, giving them a shape, a color, or a voice. Writing and journaling provide a structured way to process emotions, clarify thoughts, and make sense of experiences. Expressive writing has been shown to help individuals navigate trauma, depression, and anxiety. Painting and drawing allow emotions to be translated into visual forms, bypassing the limitations of verbal language. The colors, strokes, and shapes used in artwork often reveal inner states of mind. Music and sound healing help regulate emotions, reduce stress, and bring the nervous system into balance. Music and sound healing help regulate emotions, reduce stress, and bring the nervous system into balance. Singing, playing an instrument, or even listening to music can have a profound impact on mental well-being. Dance and movement therapy enable individuals to release stored tension and express themselves physically, helping to reconnect with their bodies and emotions. These creative outlets serve as forms of self-therapy, enabling individuals to explore their inner landscapes without fear of judgment. Art does not demand perfection. It simply requires presence. Through creativity, we learn that healing is not about fixing ourselves, but about allowing self-expression to flow freely. Creativity as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. Many emotions, fears, and memories reside in the subconscious mind. Part 1. The story of T1. Music and emotional resonance. A song or melody can evoke deep emotions, sometimes bringing clarity to unresolved feelings. Writing as self-discovery. Free writing or poetry can reveal thoughts and emotions that we were not consciously aware of. Many people find that once they start writing, their inner truths begin to emerge naturally. By engaging in creative activities, we access a different mode of thinking, one that is intuitive, nonlinear, and deeply connected to the subconscious. This is why creative expression is often used in trauma recovery, grief processing, and mental health treatment. It allows individuals to release suppressed emotions, gain new insights, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Creativity in leadership, emotional intelligence, and innovative thinking. Leadership is not just about strategy and decision-making. It is also about self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the ability to think creatively. The best leaders are those who embrace creativity, not only in problem-solving, but also in self-expression. 1. Creativity enhances emotional intelligence. Leaders who engage in creative expression develop greater emotional awareness and empathy. Art requires us to connect with our emotions, which in turn strengthens our ability to understand and relate to others. This is especially important in leadership, where interpersonal relationships, communication, and emotional connection are key. Leaders who embrace creativity are more in tune with their emotions, making them more authentic, compassionate, and effective communicators. Creativity teaches patience, adaptability, and the ability to process emotions in a healthy way, reducing the risk of burnout and stress. Engaging in art, music, or writing provides a therapeutic outlet, helping leaders manage their own emotions while supporting others. A leader who understands themselves on a deep level is better equipped to guide, inspire, and uplift those around them. Creativity fosters self-awareness, which in turn cultivates trust, authenticity, and emotional stability in leadership. 2. Creativity fuels innovation and problem-solving. In addition to emotional intelligence, creativity is one of the most valuable skills for innovative leadership. The world is constantly evolving, and leaders must be able to think outside the box, adapt to change, and develop new solutions. Creativity encourages flexible thinking. Instead of approaching challenges with rigid logic, creative leaders explore multiple perspectives and possibilities. Innovation often comes from unexpected connections. Many breakthroughs in business, science, and social change have been fueled by creative minds willing to explore new ideas. Engaging in the arts trains the brain to think differently, fostering imagination, resourcefulness, and adaptability. For leaders, creativity is not just about artistic expression. It is about approaching challenges with a mindset of curiosity, openness, and willingness to explore unconventional solutions. 3. Creativity cultivates a culture of inspiration and growth. When leaders prioritize creativity, they inspire those around them. Whether in a corporate setting, a community, or a coaching practice, creative leadership fosters an environment of growth, collaboration, and emotional well-being. Creative leaders encourage self-expression in their teams, allowing individuals to bring their full selves into their work. They create spaces for innovation, where new ideas are welcomed rather than dismissed. They lead with authenticity, using creative storytelling, visual thinking, or artistic metaphors to communicate their vision. By integrating creativity into leadership, we move beyond traditional models of authority and control. Instead, we create inspiring, dynamic, and emotionally intelligent leaders who uplift and empower those around them. Final thoughts: creativity as a pathway to healing and leadership. Creativity is not just about art, music, or writing. It is about self-expression, emotional processing, and deep self-awareness. Whether we are seeking personal healing, professional growth, or leadership development, embracing creativity opens doors to greater clarity, resilience, and innovation. For healing, creativity allows us to process emotions, release trauma, and reconnect with our authentic selves. For leadership, creativity enhances emotional intelligence, innovative thinking, and the ability to inspire and empower others. By making creativity a part of our daily lives, whether through journaling, painting, playing music, or simply thinking in new ways, we cultivate a life of deeper meaning, authenticity, and purpose. Ultimately, art and leadership are not separate. They are intertwined paths of transformation, expression, and self-actualization. Integration of technology and modern tools in leadership and healing. In today's world, technology plays an increasingly significant role in personal development, healing, and leadership transformation. When used with intention and balance, technology can serve as a powerful catalyst for growth, providing individuals with tools, resources, and communities that support self-awareness, emotional well-being, and leadership mastery. However, the key to harnessing technology effectively lies in integrating it mindfully, ensuring that digital advancements do not replace real-world experiences, but rather enhance them. The role of technology in self-development. Technology provides unparalleled access to personal development resources that were once limited to specific locations, institutions, or in-person interactions. With the rise of online education, virtual therapy, AI-driven coaching, and wellness applications, individuals now have the ability to customize their healing journeys, accessing knowledge and support in ways that suit their unique needs. Some of the most impactful uses of technology in self-development include: 1. Meditation and mindfulness apps. Apps like Headspace, Calm, Insight Timer, and Waking Up provide guided meditations, breathwork exercises, and mindfulness techniques that help individuals reduce stress, manage anxiety, and cultivate emotional balance. These digital tools make ancient mindfulness traditions more accessible to modern audiences, allowing individuals to practice meditation regardless of their location or schedule. 2. Online courses and leadership development platforms. Platforms like Masterclass, Coursera, Mindvalley, and Udemy offer courses on emotional intelligence, transformational leadership, holistic healing, and self-actualization. With expert-led content, individuals can enhance their leadership abilities, gain spiritual insights, and develop self-awareness through structured learning pathways. 3. Digital support communities. Online forums, Facebook groups, Discord channels, and platforms like Reddit provide virtual communities where individuals can share their healing journeys, seek advice, and find support from like-minded individuals. These communities break barriers of geography, accessibility, and social stigma, enabling individuals to connect with mentors, healers, and transformational leaders worldwide. The balance between technology and real-world experiences. While technology offers tremendous benefits, it is essential to strike a balance between digital interactions and real-world presence. True healing and leadership development require embodiment, presence, and authentic experiences, things that cannot be fully replicated through screens. 1. The importance of deep reflection and inner work. While meditation apps and digital journals can guide mindfulness practices, genuine self-awareness arises through deep, uninterrupted introspection. Practices such as silent retreats, nature immersion, spiritual reflection, Journaling without distractions help individuals go beyond surface level understanding and access profound self-realization. 2. The power of in-person connections. Technology connects us globally, but real human connection is irreplaceable. In-person mentorship, therapy, and leadership training allow for deeper emotional intelligence, energy exchange, and intuitive communication, aspects of healing that virtual spaces cannot fully replicate. Technology should be seen as a tool that enhances, not replaces, authentic experiences. The most effective self-development journey involves harmonizing technology with physical embodiment, deep reflection, and personal interactions. Social responsibility and global impact. Expanding healing beyond the self. Healing is never just a personal journey. It extends to family, community, and society. A true leader understands that self-development is not only about individual success, but about contributing to the collective transformation of humanity. Healing as a collective responsibility. Every act of self-healing creates a ripple effect in the world. When individuals become more compassionate, emotionally intelligent, and self-aware, they naturally uplift those around them. The way we lead, interact, and serve others transforms when we are rooted in personal healing. This is the essence of social responsibility in leadership. 1. Mentorship and leadership through healing. One of the most impactful ways to extend healing to the world is through mentorship and leadership. Transformational leaders empower others, inspire resilience, and create environments of growth. True leadership healing involves guiding others through self-actualization, helping communities overcome trauma, using personal experiences to inspire hope and strength. 2. Volunteering and philanthropy. Those who have experienced deep healing often feel called to give back to society. Engaging in volunteer work, nonprofit initiatives, and humanitarian efforts is a powerful way to turn personal transformation into social change. Examples of how leaders contribute: coaching programs for underserved youth, mental health advocacy for marginalized communities, sustainability projects that promote environmental and social well-being. Healing becomes truly meaningful when it is shared. A self-actualized leader recognizes that their purpose is not just to heal themselves, but to uplift and empower others. All levels of healing. Deep transformation across dimensions. Healing is a multidimensional journey. It is not limited to the physical body, but extends to the emotional, mental, energetic, karmic, and spiritual realms. Each level of healing plays a vital role in achieving true self-actualization. 1. Physical healing, the foundation of well-being. The physical body serves as the vessel for transformation. Without vitality, balance, and strength, it is difficult to sustain emotional or spiritual growth. Physical healing includes nutrition and holistic wellness, yoga, movement therapy, and breath work, rest, recovery, and energy restoration. A well-functioning body amplifies the mind and spirit, allowing deeper healing to unfold. 2. Emotional healing, releasing trauma and restoring balance. Emotions influence thoughts, behaviors, and leadership energy. Suppressed emotions create energetic blockages, leading to patterns of fear, anxiety, or self-sabotage. Emotional healing involves shadow work and inner child healing, therapy, breath work, and emotional release techniques, developing self-compassion and forgiveness. Releasing stored trauma allows greater self-awareness, presence, and leadership integrity. 3. Mental healing, rewiring the mind for empowerment. The subconscious mind holds limiting beliefs, fears, and conditioning that shape our reality. True healing requires reprogramming the mind through affirmations and positive mindset training, meditation and mental clarity practices, cultivating emotional intelligence and cognitive flexibility. Mental healing is key to unlocking leadership mastery and self-actualization. 4. Energetic healing, aligning with higher frequencies. Beyond the mind and body, energy plays a crucial role in transformation. Practices such as Reiki and energy healing modalities, chakra balancing, Qigong and Tai Chi help align internal energy with higher states of consciousness. 5. Karmic and ancestral healing. Many challenges stem from ancestral patterns, past life wounds, and karmic imprints. Breaking generational cycles involves understanding karmic lessons, practicing forgiveness and generational healing, clearing unresolved patterns through spiritual work. 6. Spiritual healing, connecting with higher purpose. Spiritual healing is the highest form of transformation, guiding individuals toward self-actualization, enlightenment, and deep purpose. It involves meditation and surrender to divine flow, transcending ego-driven fears, aligning personal healing with service to the world. Final thoughts: the power of deep healing. The ultimate goal of self-actualization and leadership healing is to cultivate wholeness across all dimensions. By integrating physical, emotional, mental, energetic, karmic, and spiritual healing, individuals unlock their fullest potential, not just for themselves, but for the betterment of humanity. A true leader understands that healing is not just personal, it is a responsibility. Every step taken toward inner transformation creates a ripple effect, empowering others, strengthening communities, and shaping a world where healing and leadership are one. Monk Mode, the sacred path to mastery, the gateway to ultimate transformation. In an age of constant distractions, external noise, and overwhelming demands, true leadership, healing, and self-actualization require periods of deep solitude, discipline, and unwavering focus. This is where Monk Mode emerges, not just as a practice, but as a sacred initiation into self-mastery, a disciplined journey into profound transformation. For centuries, the greatest leaders, sages, philosophers, and spiritual masters have recognized the power of isolation and deep focus. Whether through silent retreats, monastic discipline, or dedicated training periods, they withdrew from the world, not to escape it, but to return stronger, wiser, and more enlightened. Monk Mode is the conscious choice to retreat inward, to strip away the unnecessary, detach from external validation, and fully commit to personal evolution. It is not about escapism. It is about refining one's purpose, mind, and energy into an unshakable force. The essence of Monk Mode. At its core, Monk Mode is a temporary but powerful way of life that prioritizes self-discipline, intentional solitude, absolute devotion to growth. It is not about isolation. It is about eliminating distractions and aligning all aspects of life with one singular purpose: transformation. Monk Mode is practiced by leaders seeking mastery over their mission, seekers desiring enlightenment and inner peace, spiritual warriors undergoing deep transformation, healers cleansing their energy and sharpening their wisdom. Anyone who wishes to reach their highest potential must first go inward. Why is Monk Mode necessary? True transformation does not happen in the noise. It happens in the silence. In stillness, one finds clarity. In discipline, one finds freedom. In solitude, one finds truth. Monk Mode is the path of refinement, the sacred fire that burns away weakness, distraction, and illusion, leaving behind only mastery and purpose. The 3 pillars of Monk Mode. 1. Discipline, the refinement of the mind, body, and spirit. Discipline is the foundation of Monk Mode. It is the daily commitment to structure, focus, and refinement. Structured routines. A clear daily framework minimizes wasted energy and keeps the mind aligned. Physical mastery. Proper nutrition, movement, and rest create vitality. Mental clarity. Reading, deep work, and meditation sharpen focus. Spiritual connection. Prayer, devotion, and purpose-driven rituals cultivate wisdom. Monk Mode demands mastery over the self, learning to delay gratification, control impulses, cultivate unshakable inner strength. 2. Solitude, the sacred space for rebirth. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the sacred space where one meets their truest self. By stepping away from constant interaction, external validation, and distractions, one creates the space for inner wisdom to emerge. The power of solitude includes emotional healing, processing deep-seated wounds without interference, mental purification, letting go of old thought patterns, energetic detoxification, resetting from external influences. In the silence, deep transformation occurs. Traumas are acknowledged. Limiting beliefs are dismantled. A new self is forged from within. 3. Focus. The channeling of energy toward higher purpose. Monk mode is not just about removing distractions. It is about directing energy toward a single, higher purpose. Radical focus on goals. Complete alignment with self-actualization. Mastery of a specific skill or purpose. Anything that weakens mental, emotional, or spiritual energy is temporarily removed. Entertainment, minimized. Social media, limited. Distractions, eliminated. In their place, discipline, wisdom, and purpose thrive. Monk mode and leadership mastery. Every great leader, healer, or self-actualized being has gone through a period of deep solitude and inner transformation. Monk mode builds unshakable leadership energy, that is, resilient to distractions, unaffected by external criticism, anchored in truth and self-awareness. Leaders who master monk mode develop enhanced decision-making, sharper intuition, a presence that commands respect and trust. The healing power of monk mode. Monk mode is an accelerator for healing. By eliminating external noise, one is forced to confront, process, and release inner wounds. It allows for deep emotional clearing and mental detoxification. Many people live in distraction because they fear facing themselves. But in facing ourselves, true healing begins. Through monk mode, the soul detoxifies, the heart becomes lighter, the mind becomes still, and in that stillness, wisdom emerges. How to embark on the monk mode journey. 1. Define the purpose. What is the mission? Healing? Mastery? Leadership? Clarity of purpose is essential. 2. Eliminate the unnecessary. Remove distractions. Limit social interactions. Create a structured environment for growth. 3. Commit to daily rituals, meditation, journaling, physical training, focused learning. 4. Cultivate inner strength. Discipline is built through resisting temptations. Patience is developed by staying true to the path. 5. Embrace the silence. Growth happens in stillness. Face emotions. Allow transformation to unfold. The endgame of monk mode. Monk mode is not meant to be permanent. It is a sacred phase of refinement and rebirth. Once complete, the individual emerges with greater wisdom, unbreakable discipline, a renewed vision. Monk mode separates those who wish for change from those who embody transformation. Potential for mastery. A true leader returns to the world with a refined presence, an unshakable mindset, a heart rooted in authenticity. Final reflection. The power of solitude, the birth of mastery. To step into monk mode is to step into the highest commitment to self-transformation. It is a sacred period of solitude, deep healing, disciplined mastery. Those who embrace this path unlock their fullest potential, true leadership energy, the ability to transform others. Monk mode is not just a practice. It is the fire through which the most extraordinary leaders are forged. Fire. Practical reflection and action tools for mastery, leadership, and transformation. True transformation is not just about understanding concepts. It is about applying them in daily life. Knowledge alone does not create change. Consistent action, deep reflection, and purposeful execution are what shape mastery. The journey to self-actualization, healing, and leadership is a continuous process that requires deliberate practice, self-awareness, and commitment to growth. By integrating the 13 key elements of leadership, healing, and self-mastery, we do not simply evolve as individuals. We become catalysts for change, guiding others through wisdom, experience, and embodied presence. True mastery is achieved when we not only heal ourselves, but use our healing to uplift, empower, and inspire others. The power of reflection in personal transformation. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools for growth. It allows us to assess our progress and realign with our purpose. Recognize patterns that may be helping or hindering our transformation. Deepen our self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Refine our leadership energy, ensuring we lead with clarity and authenticity. Without reflection, we risk moving through life unconsciously, reacting to circumstances rather than intentionally shaping our reality. How to develop a reflective practice. 1. Daily journaling. Write about your insights, challenges, and breakthroughs. 2. Self-inquiry questions. Ask yourself thought-provoking questions about your growth. 3. Meditative reflection. Sit in silence and observe your thoughts without judgment. 4. Feedback integration. Seek insights from trusted mentors or guides. 5. Energy check-ins. Regularly assess your emotional, physical, and mental state. Reflection bridges the gap between where we are and where we are meant to be. Transformational action. Aligning reflection with execution. While reflection is vital, it must be paired with intentional action. Growth does not happen by merely thinking about it. It requires consistent, purpose-driven steps. 1. Defining your personal leadership mission. Every great leader operates from a clear sense of purpose. To create meaningful change, you must ask yourself, what is my mission in this world? How do I want to impact others? What legacy do I wish to build? By defining your mission, you create a North Star that guides your decisions, actions, and priorities. Action step. Write a leadership mission statement that reflects your core purpose and commit to living by it daily. 2. Mastering energy alignment. Living in flow. Everything in life is energy, our thoughts, emotions, actions, and intentions. To live with purpose and mastery, we must ensure that our inner world aligns with our outer reality. How to align your energy with your purpose. Eliminate what drains your energy, negative habits, toxic environments, distractions. Engage in high vibrational activities, exercise, meditation, meaningful work. Refine your daily habits to match your highest potential. Action step. Identify 3 things that drain your energy and replace them with 3 empowering practices. 3. The discipline of mastery. Building daily rituals. Mastery is not a one-time achievement. It is a daily commitment to excellence. The world's greatest leaders, artists, athletes, and thinkers are not great because of talent alone, but because of their disciplined approach to growth. How to build a mastery-based routine. 1. Set aside sacred time for deep work and learning. 2. Prioritize physical, mental, and spiritual health. 3. Remove distractions and focus on intentional actions. 4. Develop a habit of self-reflection to track progress. Action step. Design your ideal day of mastery. Structure your time around growth, learning, and purpose-driven action. Turning healing into leadership. Healing is not just about personal liberation. It is about becoming a source of healing for others. The most powerful leaders are those who, led by example, embodying transformation, guide others with wisdom, sharing their lessons, empower those around them, creating lasting change. 1. Sharing your journey to inspire others. Your story, your struggles, breakthroughs, and insights can become a powerful guide for those still navigating their path. How to use your story for leadership healing. Teach through experience. Share your lessons in a way that uplifts others. Create spaces for healing. Lead by fostering environments of growth. Embody the principles you teach. Let your actions reflect your wisdom. Action step. Reflect on a major breakthrough in your life and write about how it transformed you and how it can inspire others. 2. The ripple effect of empowerment. True leadership is not about control. It is about empowerment. When you lead from a place of healed energy, you naturally uplift those around you. How to empower others through leadership healing. Mentor those on the same path. Help others rise through your knowledge. Foster meaningful relationships. Lead with compassion, empathy, and vision. Encourage self-actualization. Guide others to unlock their full potential. Action step. Identify one person in your life you can mentor, uplift, or support, then take a concrete action to empower them. Final integration. Living a life of leadership, mastery, and purpose. The 13 key elements of transformation serve as a blueprint for personal and collective evolution. However, true mastery is not about intellectual understanding. It is about embodied wisdom. 1. How to sustain long-term growth and leadership. Stay committed to reflection and refinement. Continue learning, evolving, and deepening self-awareness. Final integration. Living a life of leadership, mastery, and purpose. The 13 key elements of transformation serve as a blueprint for personal and collective evolution. However, true mastery is not about intellectual understanding. It is about embodied wisdom. 1. How to sustain long-term growth and leadership. Stay committed to reflection and refinement. Continue learning, evolving, and deepening self-awareness. Practice intentional leadership by uplifting others. Live with clarity, purpose, and authenticity. Action step. Set a 90-day goal that aligns with your highest vision. Commit to executing it with discipline, integrity, and resilience. Final words. Becoming a catalyst for change. Mastery is not an end goal. It is a lifelong process of growth, refinement, and impact. By integrating these practices into your life, you heal yourself, empower others, become a true leader in the world. Healing is not the final destination. It is the foundation of leadership. Through self-actualization, discipline, and aligned action, you can become a catalyst for global transformation. Now, the question is, are you ready to step fully into your purpose? Your next step, take inspired action. Commit to the daily reflection and action tools. Live by the principles of leadership healing. Use your journey to inspire transformation in others. Reflection, the integration of holistic leadership and healing. Reflection, the integration of holistic leadership and healing. As I immerse myself in the 13 key elements of holistic leadership and sustainable living, I find myself deeply moved by the interconnectedness of healing, self-actualization, and global transformation. These principles reveal a fundamental truth. Personal growth is not separate from collective evolution, and true leadership is rooted in wisdom, compassion, and service. The more we heal ourselves, the more we contribute to healing the world. The journey of self-actualization is not an isolated endeavor. It is a bridge between individual mastery and the empowerment of others. Reflecting on diverse cultural perspectives, I recognize the richness of indigenous wisdom, Ubuntu philosophy, and other global traditions that remind us that healing is not just personal, it is communal. The Native American perspective teaches that we heal by reconnecting with the earth, grounding ourselves in nature's rhythms, and recognizing that leadership is an act of service, not control. Similarly, Ubuntu philosophy reminds me that our destinies are intertwined. Our healing uplifts those around us, and true leadership is measured by the harmony we create, not by personal achievements. In a world that often glorifies individualism, These perspectives challenge me to see leadership through a lens of interconnectedness, reciprocity, and shared humanity. As I reflect on universal struggles, I see that pain, trauma, and inequality are not just personal challenges, they are threads woven into the fabric of human experience. No one is immune to suffering, but everyone has the potential for transformation. The realization that trauma is a universal experience rather than an isolated burden shifts my perspective. Instead of seeing struggles as personal failures, I see them as shared experiences that can serve as catalysts for growth, resilience, and deeper connection. The journey of healing is a collective one, and by openly acknowledging my struggles, I create space for others to do the same. I am particularly inspired by the dimensions of holistic health: emotional, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. It is easy to focus on one aspect of well-being while I am particularly inspired by the dimensions of holistic health: emotional, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. It is easy to focus on one aspect of well-being while neglecting others, but true mastery requires alignment across all levels of existence. When emotional wounds remain unhealed, they manifest in the body. When the mind is clouded by limiting beliefs, it affects our decisions and relationships. When we are spiritually disconnected, we lose sight of our purpose. This reflection encourages me to approach healing and leadership as an integrated process, one that requires continuous self-awareness, balance, and alignment. Finally, the path of monk mode and disciplined transformation resonates deeply. It reminds me that true leadership is forged in solitude, refinement, and deep inner work. The world's greatest leaders, healers, and visionaries have all undergone periods of isolation, self-discipline, and unwavering focus. This reflection compels me to embrace stillness, trust the process of transformation, and dedicate myself to the lifelong pursuit of mastery. As I integrate these lessons into my own life, I am reminded that healing is not just for the self, it is for the world. Part 3. Part 3. As I integrate these lessons into my own life, I am reminded that healing is not just for the self, it is for the world. The more we commit to growth, self-awareness, and purpose-driven action, the more we become beacons of transformation, guiding others towards self-actualization and collective evolution. As I integrate these lessons into my own life, I am reminded that healing is not just for the self, it is for the world. The more we commit to growth, self-awareness, and purpose-driven action, the more we become beacons of transformation, guiding others towards self-actualization and collective evolution. Part 3.